Hi, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your beginning to mid of May 2022 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This meditation and cleanse will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. You know, Gemini, it's beautiful imagery that's coming forward. It's two people grasping hands, and as those two people grasp hands, then there's a child grasping your hand. So it's a sense of you're not alone and you are deeply connecting. So that is absolutely beautiful. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of during this time. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. The 10 of Cups. Okay, so the 10 of Cups is, and they all live happily ever after. We have to be mindful of this because we're going to be looking at everybody's, choreographed or, perfectly put together Instagram pages and social media and everything like that, and thinking, wow, I'm just not measuring up. Remember, happiness is to the individual. It's not for everyone. What makes me happy will not make you happy, will not make the person sitting next to you happy, no, and so on and so forth. So here it is saying, be mindful of not getting caught up into somebody else's story. And it's like putting on shoes that are too small. The shoes are too small, and yet I desperately want them to fit. It won't ever. And it'll just hurt us along the way. So being aware of that is going to be important. And also to realize everything is not as it seems. You only post the best pictures. You only write the best little bites. You only do the best. You don't see all the nitty gritty every day. And that's also what's important in the imagery. It's like there's a coming together. There's a love. There's a cherishment. I don't know if somebody is, holding hands with somebody while they're listening, or just came in from a walk, either with a little kid or with an adult, because the hand changes. But it's like you're right there for them. You're that link. Let's see the chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Inspiration. This is the sacral chakra. And here we have inspiration. We have a new dawn. We have a new day. We have brilliance really coming forward, and we are being inspired. This is a time to embrace that inspiration. This is also a time to see an awakening of our creativity. There's almost a sense of, why not? Why not try? Why not go after? Why not, why not open up the door? What's very interesting also with the 10 of Cups is that there's the 1 in 5 principle in psychology. 1 in 5 people will not like you. And it doesn't have to be all at once. You might meet the 1 in 5 people, in a line of each other. They all just come at you at once. But it's a sense of, I need to live for my happiness. Because not everybody will like me. Not everybody will understand me. That's on them. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Spirit is really coming strongly with that energy of it's on them, okay? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. We have the 2 of Cups, okay? I love that. The holding hands, right? Coming through right here with the 2 of Cups. The sense of connection, the sense of love. We have the moon coming forward. The moon rules Scorpio energy. So, no, does it rule Scorpio? No, it rules Cancer energy. So that's also coming forward, angels and spirit guides. Then we have Aries. We have the 7 of Pentacles. We have the Hangman. We have the Hermit, which is also Virgo energy, and the 5 of Wands. Okay. So let's see what everything, excuse me, has to say for themselves. We start off with the Two of Cups, healing, beautiful love, a sense of coming together, a sense of saying, this is what I want, this is what I need, but also, again, realizing we're not in this by ourselves or on our own. We then have the Moon. I'm just hearing Artemis, 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 and I can't remember if Artemis was ruled by the Moon or not. And that's the goddess of the hunt in Greek mythology. But there's an energy here of something new coming, of something unseen coming forward. Again, strong Cancer energy. We're also going to find that we have different faces. All right, I'm just seeing the different faces of the Moon. It's kind of like cycling through it really, really fast. We can feel like we're putting on different masks a lot during this time, meaning we have to be one thing for one person, one thing for the other, and so on and so forth. But then it is also a sense of, I'm seeing a lot of different people, the different masks that they put on, the different ways that they are presenting themselves. We need not to get angry. We're going to be either we're dealing with an Aries, okay, or I'm seeing us having an Aries in our lives, and they're just going to be stubborn. They're just going to get their hooks dragged into something. And it's like, no, it has to be like this. And if this is a child, they're going to have their temper tantrums. They're going to be told, no, you can't just demand. If it is an adult, we have to handle things a little bit more, maybe assertively, but also carefully, because we don't want to offend them. I just see this is somebody where we kind of want to say certain things. We want to be like, well, this and that, and look at this and look at that, but we're not, because we know that they're not going to take it the right way. So be mindful of this, that their temper is just very short during this time. They have a lot on their shoulders, and it's like, okay, listen, I need things to be balanced, and I need this not to be crazy. All right, that energy is definitely coming forward, because again, they have a short fuse, and it's like they're flipping a lighter open, lighter closed. I don't know if this is a nervous habit that they have, but it's like that spark can ignite any moment. The Seven of Pentacles, we've been working hard. We've been needing a rest, but we've also been needing to see what we are successful at, what we are powerful at, how we are moving things forward, where it is that we want to be. And so we're also evaluating our crop, everything that we put our time and effort and energy into. So this is a time of evaluation. It's a time of rest. It's a time of kind of stepping back, because we're going to have a sense here, Gemini, of just charge forward, just keep the momentum going, and then it'll all be okay. And Spirit's like, maybe slow down a bit. The Hangman, we're seeing things differently. Period, end, stop. Gemini, we always tend to see things differently than the people around us, which can make us feel a little guilty. It's kind of like, well, why can't I just fit in with everybody else type of deal. The Hangman is looking at things now, and it's like, no, but this is my gift. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I desire for me. And that's really kind of opening up a lot of insight and a lot of wisdom to guide us forward. It's like, this is what I need. This is what's important. I have to go with it. I have to embrace it. Then we have the Hermit, Virgo energy. We're turning inward. There is an illumination, an insight, an idea that comes because we are turning inward and kind of closing the door. I'm also seeing us be inspired. Okay, so bear with me with this imagery. I'm seeing Beatrix Potter. So either these were beloved childhood books, this could be a book that we're reading to somebody, or we're just inspired or stumbled across a movie or, something, or, a book, or it's even a postcard done by her. And there's a real sense here of, I'm turning inward. I'm looking at the beauty of the world around me, and I'm seeing of how I connect with it. And so it's kind of like I'm closing myself off, but I'm opening up a whole world to me that maybe everybody doesn't understand. There's a need to slow things down. Now, we could be meeting somebody kind of like this, where they're very in their own world. They have their own way of seeing things, their own way of looking at things. I mean, be it everybody does, but this person does not need to be, nor do they want to be, in the middle of the party, in the middle of the everything. They're like, no, I'm good in my quiet. That's very much them. And they're lighting a lamp. They're showing us something that we hadn't seen before. It leads us to the five, the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands here is, we're so used to fights. We're so used to chaos and fights, and not fights that were like little jokey, oh, it's all okay kind of fights. We were used to really having to fight, really having to distinguish ourselves, really having to stand up for ourselves. And there's an energy here of like, no, I'm done with the fighting. I'm done with the fighting. I'm looking at what I want. I'm looking at what I need. And yes, I will stand up for what I believe in. It doesn't mean that people get to walk all over me. but I'm done with the endless fighting, because it's almost like as soon as we get close to the healing, as soon as we get close to the balance, all of a sudden we're like, oh no, the chaos has to come in. Oh no, it can't possibly be. So all of a sudden chaos will just erupt because we thought it and then it manifests. Or it's like there's just an uneasiness to me right now. That's the Spirit saying there's an uneasiness to me right now because I'm not sure when the next shoe is going to fall. I'm not sure when the chaos is going to come in. So being aware of that, it's kind of like we're protecting ourselves, needs to be acknowledged. Okay, let's see. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, goodness. We have the Star, Aquarius energy. We have the 10 of Cups. And we have the 6 of Wands. But that's absolutely beautiful. So the Star comes forward, and the Star is a wish. This is my soul's wish. This is my deepest desire. This is where I need to be. But also it's a balancing of our wishes and our hearts and what's important to us and what we're looking for and what we're seeing. And there's so much coming forward. But it's like, this is what I've wished for. This is what I need within my life. This is the beauty that guides me. This is the insight that leads me. This is me. So we're getting something. Now, I'm seeing like a little star stone. I don't know if it's somebody's worry stone because I'm just seeing it going between, the thumb and pointer finger here. Or you pick up the stone and you like kind of roll it in your hands. But it's a star. It has to do with a wish, or it can be like one of those stones that you get and it says like wish upon the stone and then cast it out into the world or something to that effect. Or a worry stone that helps you focus. But I'm just seeing that come forward with the Star card. And there's a real sense of, this is what I wish, this is what I need, this is what I want. And this is now what I'm looking at for me. I'm not looking at everybody else and saying what everybody else needs. This is what I'm looking at for me. And so our wishes are starting to be more defined because we're starting to let ourselves have that power. And I'm just going to take a sip of water. It brings us to the 10 of Cups. And they all live happily ever after. This is why we're being told not to fall into the trap of others' 10 of Cups, of other people's happiness, of other people's prosperities, of other people's joy, because yeah, that's great for them. But what is my happiness? What do I need? Where do I want to be? And it opens up the door to loveliness. It's saying, look at your heart. Look at what you want. And then start embracing it. Start filling your world with beauty. Instead of like we all always do, or at least 99% of us. We fill it with chaos. We fill it with noise. We fill it with unmeaningful moments. And Spirit's like, calm it down, and step into your heart. Because that's going to make you shine. Now, be it because it makes you shine, people might be like, oh, you think you're better than me. Oh, you are putting on airs type of thing. No, I'm living a happy life. If that's offensive to you, I mean, that's a you problem, not a me problem. That's really what's coming forward, because there is going to be, I just see this opposition to you saying, this is what makes me happy. And a person's like, no, it's not. It can't be. And the thing is, it's nothing that they should be getting upset about. But I think they almost feel like if you could be happy doing that, then shouldn't they be able to be happy? Because I see them, they have more. So if you could be happy and you don't have as much as them, or they don't see you as doing everything just the right way, then why can't they be happy? It's really a them thing. They're going to put it right on you, Gemini. Though, be aware of that. It moves us then to the 6 of Wands. Hold your head up high. I mean, don't you dare back down to this person. Hold your head up high and say, this is where I'm going. This is what I need. I'm celebrating me. Because that's going to be important here, to celebrate ourselves. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. 7 of Swords, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Lovers, Gemini, that's us. The Lover is coming through again. And the Queen of Cups. Oh my gosh, I love it that we come through twice. This deck here came with some duplicates, and so I thought, I'm just putting them in. I'm just putting everything in and see what Spirit brings us. And the fact that we come up twice, the very soul essence of ourselves comes up twice, means that we're connected. We're connected, we're showing up here, and we're powerful. Now we're moving out of a betrayal. This is a time when we were really focusing on how we kind of thought it was going to be one way. And of course, that's what a betrayal is, right? We thought it was going to be one way, and the person had different plans. So here we're dealing with a betrayal, a hurt, a pain, a disappointment, an anger, an upset, and it's rocked our foundation. It's made it hard to trust. It just has. And so now as we're looking at what we want, there is that element, that current coming forward of, but it's hard to trust. Don't you remember? But it's chaotic. Don't you see? So that energy is coming forward. We need to acknowledge it. We need to acknowledge these fears. Also, there is somebody in our lives, we can't trust them fully. We just can't. This will be a time where it's like, connect with people, not even open up to people, but have a nice time in your own life. But know that everybody is kind of out for themselves, because that's just the energy that's coming forward. Right now, people are going to be really focused on their own dramas, their own ways of doing things. And so acknowledging that and saying, okay, I need to move forward for me, that is going to let our strength show, especially since people are also going to be jealous that you are coming across so strong during this time, that a way of peace, or a level of peace and beauty and harmony has washed over you. The Lovers comes in, and again, it comes in twice. And this is us. We are represented by the Lovers in the major arcana. We are represented by the Swords in the minor. There's a sense of, I need to embrace what I love. I need to embrace who I am. I need to let myself shine. And I need to look at other people's negativity, not as my own story, because that's on them. This is on me. There is something beautiful here, and we have to embrace it. We have to see it. We are shining during this time. Our hearts are open. People are looking at us in a different way. They'll even say like, oh my gosh, I didn't recognize you, even though you look like you, right? So here, there is just this energy about you, Gemini, that shines, that is different. It is beautiful. And there's also a sense of, I'm coming home into myself. I'm coming home into myself, which means that we're actually going to be able to really embrace the Six of Wands, really embrace celebrating ourselves, moving forward, getting that job promotion, embracing, our careers, what we want, but also embracing our families and what we desire from love and from life. And it's opening up the path forward. It brings us then to the Queen of Cups. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This is also the energy of my heart is open. It is so falling in alignment with the Lovers, because the Queen of Cups is all about love. She is all about, what do I love? What do I need? How do I nurture this forward? How do I bring this forward? How do I water this? How does it grow? How do I see? And she's looking at things not in I have to take on more responsibilities in order to, get this person to the right place or do just the right thing. But it's a sense of, I'm opening up my heart. I'm opening up my beauty to myself. And if others respond to it, that's great. But I'm responding to me. This is a time, Gemini, to respond to you. This is a time to say, this is what I love. This is what I'm wishing for. This is who I want to be. I'm reinventing myself, or I'm, defining myself more profoundly. I am embracing me. We're going to be shocked at what opens, because we are saying, this is who I am, unapologetically. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Patience, Ace of Swords, a gift just for us. Angels and spirit guides. And the Tower, that makes sense. So patience is Temperance in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is the Good Tarot deck. And that's our sister sign. So it's Temperance represents Sagittarius energy. We are having an energy come in that can either absolutely be the best thing that ever came into our lives, and can also push our buttons in a way like nobody else can, like a sister. If you have a sister, right? So here, with patience coming forward, there is a sense of, I have these connections, but then I also have these doubts and these fears and this chaos. I'm looking to balance everything, but I have to have patience. I have to have patience, because we're going to want to, run before we can walk. We're going to want to have the big things before the small things. And Spirit is saying here, be patient. Be patient for the beauty you are calling forward. The Ace of Swords, a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, is coming into our lives. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It spreads our wings. It gives us insight, ideas, knowledge that we never thought we'd have. And it's extraordinary. We need to see it. We need to look at it. We need to listen to it. We're not taking it, which is very interesting. We're not going to see ourselves. We are taking it, but we're not going to feel like we've taken it, because the They might come up in the, in the subconscious. But right now, we're not seeing any, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, one of the court cards of the swords taking this gift. Now, we do have the essence of ourselves taking this gift, but it's going to be difficult. It's going to be like, oh, I don't feel like I'm really embracing my voice, or I'm questioning myself all the time. And Spirit's saying here, no, you're cutting through doubts and fears. You're seeing certain ties be severed. And as you're seeing those ties being severed, you're looking at the tower. You're looking at how your life had once fallen apart, or even recently fallen apart. And now you're building it back up. I'm just seeing the stones being taken. And kind of like how it was like in a junk heap, right? And stones are being looked at, dusted off, and taken to be built with something else. Like they did it in, back in Once Upon a Time, where, nothing was ever wasted. It's like the pain and the heartbreak and the disappointment you have been through, it's not a waste. You're going to think, wow, what a waste of years, decades of my life type of thing. It's not a waste. It's making a foundation that is stronger than you could ever have imagined. That is stronger than you realize for yourself. Yes, things have been shaken up. And yes, we're going to be afraid of that betrayal again. It's like if I open my heart, if I truly embrace love, I'm truly opening myself to be hurt and kicked in the teeth and just broken. And a lot of us Gemini, we've been broken before. Life has broken us, it hurt us, it overwhelmed us. And so we're looking at that change, and we're looking at that hurt, and we're looking at that pain. And we're at this point of, like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to put myself out there again? Spirit is saying yes. Spirit is saying, do not give up on you. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of, the Seven of Wands. We always feel like we're fighting. And there are people who are more than happy to engage us in endless fighting. Stop. Stand up for yourself? Yes. Believe in your words? Absolutely. But don't engage in these people who want to fight just to exhaust you. Because you'll have more seas of naysayers coming in, right? And you'll be exhausted. And then they'll take over. Spirit's like, no, you have the high road. You have the good position. Embrace it. It moves us to our chakra energy, which is divine wisdom. This is the soul star chakra, located 6 inches above our crown. This is going to be a time of knowing. It's like, wow, I don't know why I was drawn to this information or that information. I don't know why I opened up the door for this or for that. I don't know why I, questioned this or questioned that. But I'm so glad I did. It opened up this door. It opened up that avenue. We're going to be surprised at the wisdom that comes our way. It's going to be through questions. It's going to be through just like knowledge falling into our laps. Our subconscious, tarot energy begins again with the Two of Cups, with that holding of hands, with that healing, with that unifying love, with that connection, with being blessed by our angels. It brings us then to the King of Swords. So we take it. We take this gift. And again, it's going to be tricky that we feel it, because this is the clarifying card going deeper into this line, and the Ace of Swords comes through. And then in a different deck, we have the Ace of Swords coming through again. The King of Swords, that's who we are. We're going to be very determined. We're going to be very focused, quote unquote, masculine energy being around us during this time, really just helping us assert ourselves. We're also looking at things. And even though, as Spirit said, quote unquote, masculine energy is around us, it also means that it's helping us make these decisions that we might have been putting off and saying, oh no, I can't do this now. Oh no, I can't do this now. And now it's like, oh no, I can. I got this. It's like, this is what I've been training for. The sword is the only weapon in the tarot. The fact that it represents us means that our mind is our weapon. The way that we can make tools, the way that we can communicate, the way that we can be more complex than the other animals, on this earth. And I know this can be argued, but it's extraordinary. It's what made us evolve to this point, to this higher point. So here, it's like, don't downplay your gifts. It's what sets you apart from most of the world. It brings us then to, again, the Tower. We're experiencing a powerful change. It hurt us. I'm seeing sensitive. I'm just seeing somebody wrapped in a blanket. It's like, and closing the door. It's like the world was too much. You can be empathic as you're watching this. You can be a very empathic person, a person who's always just felt things a little bit more than everybody else. And so people are like, oh, why are you so sensitive? And it's like, how do you not feel this? Like, how aren't you affected by this? As much as they're confused by you, my goodness, are you confused by them? It has shaken your world. It has shaken your foundation, because it was never as solid as you needed it to be. That's something that we're going to have to deal with and work with, okay? And yet, because things have fallen apart, and because we have this insight that comes through the pain that we've lived through, we're stronger. Like, we're able to build things now in a way that is extraordinary. And it brings us to the Seven of Earth. Again, the Seven of Earth comes forward, which was right here. And it says patience. Patience, wait. See what is building. See all your hard work and your dedication and everything you have sacrificed and built towards. Bringing beauty into our world. Bringing power into our world. Guiding us forward in a way, again, we didn't anticipate. Be patient. It is coming. Because Spirit is showing me fruit ripening and then rotting on a vine. Because it was up until the last minute. And then we just got so frustrated we walked away. And we missed our blessing. It doesn't mean to sit in, and Spirit wants to make it clear, it doesn't mean to sit in really toxic, negative, terrible situations. But it also means, so if you're in those toxic, terrible situations, acknowledge that. But it means not to give up on yourself, not to turn away, just because it's getting a bit tricky. All right, Gemini. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power and intensity of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Gemini, and may blessings always be with you.